Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans are currently asking only two questions. The first question is whether the Gen Zs can actually remove William Ruto out of office before 2027, because clearly the Gen Zs mean business. Yesterday there was some event in Diani and the crowd erupted. Watch this. Today, Uhuru Park was full to capacity. Kenyans or the Gen Zs turned up in large numbers to commemorate those who lost their lives during the anti-finance bill protest in the Republic of Kenya. Again, the rallying call was one: Ruto must go.
Kelvin Madanga, Chris Gitonga, tunasema viva jamani. Haya, huyo alikuwa 12 years old. Kennedy Onyango, viva! Rex Masai, viva! Matthew Choroge, viva! Kevin Mawasi, Bisley Kogi, David Shager, viva! Erickson Charo Motisia,
And what shocked me was the fact that even in Kiambu, they could not allow politicians to address them.
Alikuwa hata anajuana na baba askofu, kwa hivyo ni marafiki. Kwa sababu ya hiyo
nimeshukuru father wetu. Tulikuwa na MCS simame mahali mlipo, hamwezi kuongea, tuliambiwa tusiongee. Wasimame tu, wasisimame, waketi vile wameketi. Haya basi. Basi this is called the Gen Z time. Ama namna gani jameni? So kwa hivyo sisi lakini wacha tu niwaambie tu Gen Zs wetu. You know, people may misunderstand what you are saying and what you are doing, but you've done a good thing. You've done a good thing.
Which begs the question, can the Gen Zs succeed in removing William Ruto because they are determined out of office before 2027? That is the first question. And the second question which Kenyans are asking is whether the Gen Zs can actually rally around a single candidate in 2027. That is assuming that they will not be able to remove William Ruto from office before 2027. Can they rally behind a single candidate? That is the question. And so far, several names are being mentioned. Last week, the name of Fred Matiang'i featured prominently amongst the Gen Z supporters, that they want Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And I remember someone like Itnyakundi was very clear that Matiang'i cannot, because according to him, Matiang'i is dirty based on the Roraka land scandal. The name of Babu Wino has also been featuring, probably because of his age. Remember, Babu Wino even attended the burial of Rex in Machakos and is been one of the darlings of the young people. The name of Edwin Sifuna has also featured. As a matter of fact, Edwin Sifuna almost lost his life when the Gen Zs stormed parliament, when he stood between the police and the protesters. And of course, the name of Miguna. I don't know what has happened to Miguna, but at some point Miguna even tried to hijack the anti-finance bill protests on Twitter. But today, another name which has been featuring Okiya Omtatah physically made surprise appearance at Uhuru Park, and Omtatah was well received. Now that's Omtatah being received, and ahead of going to Uhuru Park, Omtatah actually engaged the Gen Zs on Twitter, and he had this to say.
The last question is that, will I run for president if the people say I should run for president? My answer is why not? But not run for president because I want to be president, but run for president because the people think I'm the best driver of the vehicle they have invented. If there's a clear vehicle that wants to turn the direction of this country and people think I'm the best driver to drive it, I will have a duty to do so. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, nothing is ruled out, nothing is ruled in. Everything is possible. Because I'll tell you, when you are at war, you don't leave the war to soldiers. War is never won by soldiers. War is won by the general population, which rises up behind the soldiers.
In this video, I want us to figure out whether the Gen Zs can actually remove William Ruto out of office via the ballot in 2027, and whether Okiya Omtatah is the person whom they should rally around. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, allow me to dive in. But before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names on the screen there for the coffee which they sent to me earlier today. It goes a long way in supporting this channel. You can also do the same using the numbers you are seeing on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, can the Gen Zs remove William Ruto out of office via the ballot in 2027? My answer to that is that they can easily remove William Ruto out of office if they wanted to. Why? Number one, they have the numbers. And with the numbers, they can do whatever they want. They can easily remove William Ruto out of office, and they can easily place the person they want as the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And my only advice to the Gen Zs is that the system is always rigged. So if they want to effect the changes, they must start mobilizing fellow Gen Zs to register in large numbers as voters. And they must monitor the registration exercise very closely. And because the systems are always rigged, it's going to reach a point in time when the printers for printing the IDs for young people will start breaking down. It's going to reach that time. You apply for ID. Of course, they've said you'll apply with 1,000. You apply for it. It will not come because the printer somewhere is down. That will be a strategy which these guys are going to use to deny you guys the ID cards. So you need to start planning early enough. Number two, there's serious rage against William Ruto in particular and Kenya Kwanza government in general. If the Gen Zs can sustain that rage, which I think they can, because it's just too much, then they will be able to easily remove William Ruto out of office. Number three, the Gen Zs are well educated, they are technologically savvy, and of course, some of them have their own money, which means for them, they'll be able to make informed choices, unlike their parents who grew under Moi, under the fear. Some of them did not have money and were just busy securing the future for their kids, which is not being secured at the moment. So with those, I'm persuaded that they can easily tame these guys. Just today, Amarex and Nyakundi are hosting a space. By the time of doing this video, 80,000 people were actually on it. Look at that. That's not even Kasarani Stadium. Kasarani, I think maximum capacity is 60,000. So if the Gen Zs can easily address and share their views on a platform easily like that, it means they have a lot of advantage over their parents. William Ruto has also failed. And because of that failure by William Ruto, Kenyans really just want William Ruto to go. So the Gen Zs can take advantage of that. And of course, the Gen Zs also have another advantage here, that they have a rallying call. And that rallying call has united the entire country. The rallying call for Ruto must go. You remember the rallying call, yote yawezekana bila Moi. We are in that moment where Ruto must go. The thing is, they want Ruto to go, but there is no alternative, which means they can pick anybody and push. And of course, there is also the need for the young blood. And of course, lastly, there's also the need for fresh blood to take over the leadership. In fact, the Gen Zs are telling Kenyans that they are just tired with everything in the Republic of Kenya. But can Okiya Omtatah fit the bill? That is the question. For me, Okiya Omtatah can actually fit the bill if the Gen Zs were serious. Okiya Omtatah is tried and tested. He's a man who's fought many battles on behalf of Kenyans. So what he has done for Kenya is known by Kenyans. The Gen Zs know what Okiya Omtatah has done. And he has done it alone. Which means the Gen Zs can decide, okay, in the absence, because I'm not so sure whether these Gen Zs can transfer their support to Raila Odinga. I don't think they can transfer their support to another candidate. They will have to choose another candidate. So Okiya Omtatah, being someone who has been tried and tested. You see, even Matiang'i is fitting the bill, but Matiang'i, having worked with Uhuru Kenyatta, is raising certain doubts among some Gen Zs. And in this war, those doubts should not be there. Number two is the acceptability. I doubt if there is any Kenyan who can deny Okiya Omtatah the vote. I doubt. Okiya Omtatah will be easily acceptable. And like, for example, if the Gen Zs were to say, okay, we are going to support Raila Odinga. If that proposal were to be made, there's a group who, Raila phobia, will say, no, we don't want Azimio. If Matiang'i were to be brought on board, there's that group. If Babu Wino, but Omtatah, in my view, is acceptable across board. Number three, Omtatah is not affiliated, is not aligned to any political party, big political party as we speak. Omtatah was elected in an ODM stronghold on his own political party, the National Reconstruction Alliance Party, against all odds. So it means Omtatah in parliament, he can vote the way he wants, as long as the vote is for public interest. And it will be easy for Kenyans now to decide and rally around him. Unlike, for example, rallying around Kalonzo or ODM will force people to go to Wiper, things like those. And of course, Omtatah is aligned with the Gen Zs already. He's fought. The Gen Zs are in agreement that Omtatah is good. And of course, we also know that Omtatah can easily provide the much needed leadership to Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are operating under leaderless structure. They don't have a leader. And for them to succeed at some point, they will need a leader. Just like they were saying Jacob Juma is their leader, they can easily front Okiya Omtatah. So for me, if you ask me, Okiya Omtatah can easily become the president of the Republic of Kenya with the support of the Gen Zs. I don't know what you think, but that's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.